All right, let's go. The final missions. We're gonna have 1/4 or 1/3. That's a lot. Oh, 4. Hmm. Oh. Wow, I guess I do have some. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Down with the dip. you heard? Ajiro Marujiro has regained consciousness. Word of these going on has yet to reach Heaven's Tower, so keep up the charade on your way to the monastery. Ooh, the guards are in on this. I didn't expect the guards to be part of this. I guess they're just tired of the... I guess they're just tired of it all, and it's just like, no, we need... I guess because they know... I think what it is they know how he is, and yet they still like him. So it's like, they care about him, and it's like, you know... Ah, Bonum. My dear brother has finally woken from his coma. He's right here. Please come with me. Bonum, we have some serious problems. Thanks to you, I was able to see all that was written in the Book of the Gods. We must act before Windrose is wiped off the face of Enidil. After I find you missing from the Dark Dungeon, I knew I'd find you here, Ajiro Marujiro. Simif Lafena. Great galloping gagas. I just can't get away from you. I'm not here to arrest you this time. You must come with me to the Heaven's Tower immediately. The Bearer of Darkness has returned. The Bearer of Darkness. What are the star symbol? We don't know. We haven't been able to open the door to a chamber. But with your magic, we should be able to get in. Wow. I thought we were about to have some drama time. Go zone in the Heaven's Tower. So we go zone in the Heaven's Tower, which is Wondrous Waters. My brain is dying. How? Oh, it's walls. What am I doing with my life? sir. What is happening? So apparently there's a quest line that runs in tandem with the main story. There's like 2 quest lines that actually go with it. Don't come any closer. The dead star. Star symbol. Little fiend. Stop right there. I don't. Star symbol. Hurry! Oh, baby? Oh, you're far too late. Minister has already gotten rid of the evil creature. There's no need for you to go up there. So, Baba, what's happening? Ah, Bodum. The bearer of darkness. There was not a single thing we could do to stop it. That horrid warrior creature resisted every charm we could conceive. Many years have I spent in fair Winterhalls, but never have I encountered such an ominous being. I think the goddess the star symbol was unharmed. Okay. Hi, how's it going? I must apologize, Star Sybil. We have failed in our duty to keep intruders from your chambers. I will pursue the creature at once. The rest of the Sybil guards will be placed under Ajuru Marujudo's command. Wait, you'll be wasting your time. Nobody can stop that thing. What are you saying? You have knowledge of this fiend? Star Sybil, the magic the creature was using was no ordinary spellcraft. That power was the star of the stars and the moon. The same power that pulses through the Hotor ruins and fills the mana orbs. It was the magic of Fenrir, the great beast that resided in the full moon fountain. You felt it, didn't you? It is he. The great beast is no longer what? Vero has left the full moon fountain. It's true. Actually, we've seen Fenrir. Our Sybil, I have read the Book of the Gods. I know all about the beginning of Winterolf and the deeds of the first Sybil, Star Sybil. You must tell us what happened at the full moon 20 years ago. You're right. Of course, the time has come for me to tell the tale. It all started long ago when the Star Sybil performed the first moon reading at the full moon fountain. The prophecy spanned events from several hundred years ago up until the time of the Great War. The prophecy gleaned from the full moon reading was infused into the star spring in this very tower. We star symbols have used that prophecy in conjunction with our star readings to guide the people of Winterose. The first star symbol prophecy brought tidings of wealth and prosperity for our fair country. However, when I performed the star reading, I saw something entirely different. I saw destruction, complete and utter ruin. Winterose would be consumed in flames and swallowed by floods. Light would sear the sky, and our people would fall by the thousands. I went to seek the counsel of the great beast of the full moon fountain, the great beast Fenrir. You wish to save your people from destruction, poor, frail little star symbol. Your hopes in vain. The will of the stars and the moon is the design of the heavens. As the first symbol accepted the fate of destruction, so would the people come to welcome it, though it filled them with terror. Even that star symbol yielded to her fear in her dealing with me, and you do nothing but cower in my presence. What could you possibly do? His words rang true. I could do nothing but tremble in the face of my fear. But I was not alone. I had a powerful ally by my side. Karaha Barura developed a new kind of magic to control the mind of the great beast and change the will of the stars and the moon, called this magic summoning. However, he tried to control it. What he probably didn't know was, he probably didn't know that this was a terrestrial avatar. One of the 5 that exists long before even them. Enough, Karabar. There is a limit to what even you can do. Your mind will be shattered. I see you have the will to defy your fate. Star Sybil, there is no reason to cower. There is nothing to fear. The time is near when darkness will obscure the light that guides you, but your steps must not falter. A path shall still exist, though, that through that blackest of nights. And so the great beast Fenrir passed from our world. Yes, that is the sad truth. The spirit of the great beast was vast. No matter how strong Kar was, it was impossible for him to fully contain Fenrir's power. Winterolf lost the protection of the stars and the moon. The Hotora ruins could no longer function. The magical waters dried up, and the star tree began to wither. But as the star symbol, I was still responsible for the guidance of our people. I still had to show them the way, even though the light no longer existed. 20 years had passed. I had led our people with a string of false star readings. Nothing can be seen in the star spring. There is no future to be read here. Because futures aren't read, they're made. The star symbol, the future lives on, as Fenrir told you. The path lies before us. Neither peace nor destruction is certain. We must seize the light with our own hands. Exactly. Star Sybil, I ask you for permission to enter the Animistry of Karabara. He and I are of the same mind. All I wanted is to save Windorous. I need the knowledge that Karabara. Ajiro, you have my permission. I grant you leave to use all that remains of Kara's research and pardon you for the crimes you have committed. Star Sybil, are you sure of this? All that was to remain secret has been revealed here today, and yet Ajiro Marajiro proposes we strive onward, and there is still the mystery of this dark visitor. We must discover its true nature. The will is mine, Star Sybil. Hey, the road. It's time for me to get to work. If you need me, I'll be in the Animistry. Let Apururu know what has transpired here. Don't let me down, adventurer. Oh! Look at that. What? Look at that. Hey. I know it's a monster, but still. So I need to go to there we go, this way. Goddess, are you certain Ajiro Marujiro has received a pardon for the star symbol? And permission to air Karahabara's animus theory? No matter how many times I hear it, I just can't believe it. Apara, I know you have a lot on your mind with Ajiro Marujiro and all, but I wonder if I might have a moment. Dr. Yoran Oran? I was given this letter by an adventurer. Apparently, it was dropped by a mandragora inside the Bayaha tree. Wait, this handwriting. I see you recognize the author. He's being held prisoner somewhere in the Bayada tree, and needs help to escape. But first, considering who, I figured I should leave this matter up to you and your brother. So much has passed between you siblings and the author of that letter. I'll just pretend that I never saw it. Well, I've taken up enough of your time. Keep your chin up, little Maruru. What should I do? I can't think straight. All this time I thought he had died. God is above, my father alive? I don't know what to do. What should I do, adventurer? Usually that would be my first thought, but could I ask you to help me? I want you to go to the banana tree and find my father, Zampa Zippa. And when you find him, if he really is alive, I have some questions I want you to ask him. Why did the Cardion rise up against him? Who is this Cardion they chose it for a king? Leave him to me. Burnham, thank you for being so understanding. One more thing. Please don't tell any of this to my brother. I wouldn't want news of our father to interfere with his important research. No. God, where is it? Oh yeah, go to port. Uh, there it is. It's a sanctuary. Um, I'm looking for gardeners. Down, wow. Yeah, that tells me everything I need to know. Okay, I found one. I have to fight an enemy and get a drop from them. There he is. $5 million for a stack of wizard cookies. What in the world? Is that it? No, that's not it. It's called hummus. Ba-da-da-da. Hi. Yep. Okay. I hope no one needs this because it's not my fault. They tried to kill me. Well, this is bad. Sure. Well, I guess it's gonna be a thing. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Ba, 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 Oh. Oh. Mm. There it is. We got it. Okay. So, we go down here and around. Oh. Are you kidding me? There's like a billion of them over here. And I was thinking about coming over here because it would have been better. And then I got... Wow, I could have gotten it here a lot faster. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I guess I have to just remember that in the future. Somebody should write that on the whatchamacallit, on the wiki. Whoa. I did not expect this. What I mean, I'm just... No, do not go down it. Lava crabs. Hey. Time to destroy the crabs. Here we go. Come on, you get that. Oh. Well, the camera. guessing you want this. Hmm? And who might you be? You were wondering the same thing about me? Well, then allow me to introduce myself. I am the illustrious Wizard Zampa Zippa, marvelous minister of the monastery, a respected academic of the magical city of Winteros. I am the... Oh god, and my quite dashingly handsome Tartar responsible for Winteros's great victory 20 years ago. You might well ask what an unparalleled paragon of perfection such as myself would be doing in a place like this. During the confusion of the Great War, I was abducted by the Cardions, magical constructs of war, and brought to this place. I have been kept prisoner here ever since. Do not make any hasty assumptions. I have merely been playing the role of detainee in order to take advantage of the situation for research purposes. I do wonder, however, how my poor Winterose fares without her favorite minister. If indeed you have come to rescue me, perhaps there is something I can do to help you. Is that so? You've come at the behest of my little Apururu? Have you? I must say I'm surprised that my daughter has ascended to the head of the monastery. But are the Cardions Contenaru to follow her orders? My daughter has a habit of instilling too much individuality into them. The Cardions were created to perform tasks that are too physically and strenuous or dangerous for Taru. If they are given too much knowledge, they become muddled and confused. The black and white world of what they should and shouldn't do becomes strained with shades of gray. Abducting their creator, me, the great Zamba, and dumping me in this outland jail is simply unforgivable. I seem to have drifted off the point. You said you had some questions for me, apparently. Ask anything you like. Let me remind you that I, the renowned, am a genius who gave Winteros the awesome ones of power of the Cardions. Why did the Cardions rise up against you? That was my one and only Grand Slam mistake. Instilled in the Cardion is an absolute sense of duty to their master. If I had just set them to obey only myself as their master, then none of this would have happened. However, it became necessary for me to create a Cardion army. Within that army, the lesser Cardion needed to heed the orders of their higher numbered counterparts. And so, with the higher ranked Cardions acting as masters for the rank and file, I set myself as commander of the Ace Cardions. But it was that very system that invited the disaster western that occurred. What do you know about Joker? Joker? Now there's a name I haven't heard in a while. It's been, what, 20 years? Joker was the creation of the Optisary's minister, Karuha Barula. Wait, so Joker was his creation? 20 years ago, Karuha was conducting research in the magic towers of the Horutoto ruins. One day, he came to me, the magnificent Zampa Zippa, to request several powerful, intelligent Cardions to aid in the construction of a super special magical gizmo. In response to his request, I reprogrammed the Ace Cardions to treat Karaha Baruha as their master. Baruha proceeded to build his Joker, using the Ace Cardions as a template to steal my design. Then proceeded to... Oh, wait. Once his work was completed, he ordered the Ace Cardions to follow his creation as their new master, and set Joker with the task of running the magical gizmos at the tower. However, the Great War claimed Karaha Baruha's life, and with the death of its creator, Joker too passed into oblivion. With the passing of the creator, the magic weaved in the Dao becomes unraveled, and the Cardians follow its master into death. But for the Ace Cardians, Joker's death presented them with a situation that they never ever had to deal with before: existence without a master. The Aces eventually decided that if they could somehow bring Joker back to life, then their dilemma would be solved. Those presumptuous puppets are so convinced their destiny lies in resurrecting Joker, they had the nerve to lock me, the amazing Zamba Zippa, in a place like this. Did you know Joker is alive? Great blazing behemoths. Are you telling me the Cardians have already found where Joker lay hidden? I thought something was up when they stopped coming by to check on me. Wait. If they found Joker, no amount of usual garden variety manor orbs would have been enough to revive him. Who? How? Surely not. When the Yagudo stole. Well, in any event, the revival of a dead Cardian will mean things will become interesting indeed. What do you mean? Well, in any event, the revival of the dead Cardian will mean things. Right then. I'm only gonna say this once, so make sure that melon you have on your shoulders is switched on. There is an unbreakable law that accompanies the art of imbuing an animated object with life and will. The death of the creator will result in the loss of the object's animating force, and in accordance with that law, the deceased object must never be brought back to life. This act will call back the creator from death's dark halls. Guess who the dark visitor is? Because if you've now not figured out who that is, this should plainly tell you. When the Cardians resurrected Joker, they brought him back. Their master back as well. Or at least his. The conclusion is obvious, isn't it? When Joker was resurrected, Karaha Baruha was also dragged back into the world of the living. And now he longs. And that's why he's probably begging for death, but can't get it correctly. In layman's terms, the forbidden ritual of the monastery was referred to as the legend of the magic doll, the long ago tale of a mage plunging Winterose into catastrophe Tarantula by using the ritual is still famous today. However, this now forbidden practice was a marvelous magic, originally inadvertently invented for the protection of Winterose. The tale I just mentioned was simply an example of abusing the power the ritual brings. There is still the story of how the original weaver of this art returned from the dead to defend Winterose after his magic doll was resurrected. Of course, this magic is not a recipe for immortality. It relies on the principle of calling on the life force that lies dormant in the doll after the creator has died. To sum things up, this ritual requires the mage to store a portion of his life into the doll while he is still alive. Do you understand? And then you ask. This is not a subject for idle adventurers' ears. Aparu should already be well versed on this practice. Why do you children hate you? My children hate me. The celebrated Zampa Zippa? What are you talking about? Absolutely no reason to rate me. How could they possibly despise a brilliant father who saved their fair country from disaster? I have no more. Just a moment. This has been a bit much for you to absorb. So let me write it in a letter for you to give to Peru. Give my regards to my children. Tell them this. If there ever comes a time when they need my help, don't hesitate to ask. He really doesn't realize that he he really believes he's the hero of the story, but the reality is we already know who the hero is. The answer is no one's a hero. Everyone failed. Everyone failed. We're almost there. Every time we do something, we get closer. I still can't believe my father was alive. You have a letter from him? An explanation for the actions of the Guardians? Oh, this is incredible. Joker was created by the famous Karabara. Yeah. What was that bit about Karabara? Ajiro. Judo. What's wrong with you? You went all pastry, wastely, white as soon as you saw me. What mischief have you been up to? Tell me. Tell him. I don't know what to say. You hear this, and on top of knowing the old coot was still breathing. The king of the Cardians is the creation of a dead genius. What on video is going on? There's something I don't understand. Who brought the Cardion back to life in the first place? How was this possible? You need a massive amount of magic to restore life to a Cardion, not to mention the use of forbidden rituals. Maybe it's because you activated the towers? Even more important is the fact that the ritual would have brought Karabaruna back to the dead. And if he really is alive and kicking again, why hasn't he been to see the star symbol? Is there something preventing him from putting in an appearance, or is he planning something off in the shadows? You really don't know who summoned. That's it. Karua was focused on perfecting a complete summoning. Wasn't trying to enlist the aid of the great beast. He wanted to completely enslave its will. If he had succeeded in his efforts, Karubara wouldn't be the only one brought back to life. Bowden, the full moon fountain. We must stop the star symbol. Oh no. So cold and dark. I thought that perhaps the stars and the moon might have returned to the fountain, but nothing has changed. Similarly, I thank you for bringing me here. I never thought I would be able to stand in this place again. Stars somewhere. That day, 20 years ago, from that day forward, I honestly believed that I would never return to the full moon fountain. The place of Karaha Baruha, death, place enveloped in frigid darkness. I felt that Wintermouse would share the same fate as Fountain, a black future of eternal night. I've turned my eyes from the darkness and pretended it didn't exist. I ceased to look for the future of Wintermouse, the future of our people. In a world without that guiding light, my fears of darkness froze my feet upon the path. Lord Sybil, you mustn't be so harsh on yourself. Perhaps you have forgotten that your guidance has allowed Winteralls to exist in peace these past 20 years. To the citizens of Winteralls, you are the light that shines in the darkness. You are their guiding star. Thank you. The gentle strength of the Sybil guards has always been there to hold me steady. For your sake as well as mine, we must understand our situation. We must discover where we stand and what lies out there before us. Yes, that is the kind of determination you need. Joker. I have been waiting, Star Sybil, waiting for you to return to this fountain. You, I can't be. What do you mean to do? It seems you still recognize me, though my form has changed. However, you have nothing to fear. I have not come to seek vengeance for past wrongs. And do not be concerned for the Mithra. They have not been harmed. I have come to tell you of the star of hope that you have called forth. I must tell you of all that star has set in motion upon Vinidale. Star of hope I called forth. Remember, Star Sybil, you have followed the epic prophecy from the age of the first fable to the day I greeted the specter of death. That prophecy began with a fervent wish of the original Star Sybil, with the moon reading she performed, in the same way that you entrusted your wish to the stars of the moon that bathed this land in their power. Yes, I remember. I made a wish to the Star Spring. I could stand my grief no longer. I wished for the help of Karaha Baruha, dead these long years. Yes, that wish reached the faint amount of power that remained in the stars and the moon. And then, with the strands of magic that bind us together, I have returned from Death's dark hall. Death's dark hall. They're back. You should be surprised, Starville. Your hope, your wish, your aid in the restoration of the power of the stars and moon, and bring us closer to the moment we've been waiting for. However, for things to be set in motion, I need you to wish alongside me. You mean Star Sybil? You. It seems your star of hope has already arrived. That brilliant incandescence has shown us through several crossroads. I speak to you now, Star of Hope. Here, I will await your final illumination. Lead the darkened soul to this place of the stars and the moon once more. A time for miracles is upon us. I'm sorry, what? Well, so if you haven't, this is it. We're at the final mission. We're at the final quest in a way. But I gotta go get more crystals. A time for miracles is upon us. Old games. Old games. These missions are getting longer and longer. So, it's no problem. That's it. We have access to the final quest.